For 18 years, people have come to me. They had hope. They had dreams. They had goals of being successful. I was their mentor. I helped them reach their successes when I became a teacher. Sadly, for me, that was not the case. Madam Toastmaster, welcome guests, fellow Toastmasters. I took on this project and I had a lot of thinking to do. I tucked my kids to bed. That was an adventure in itself. I had a can of Coke Zero and I went downstairs and I asked myself the question, who was my mentor? Or what kind of experience I had? Well, when I was a high school teacher, I looked at principals and school administrators and I was jealous. They had it all. They had a secretary. They had a corner office. And most importantly, they had air conditioning, especially during the summer hours. I'll tell you. It was interesting how many more students decided to visit the principal's office during that time. One might remember. I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to be a school administrator. I mean, I was only a teacher at a high school level for only 4 or 5 years. And I said, I'm just going to do it. So I went to school again. I got my master's in education administration. Got a 4.0. It was pretty good. Wish it helped me when I was later on, but that's another story. I had to take an exam, a 6-hour handwritten exam. Just talking about it gives me chills and my arms already start to cramp up. Imagine writing for 6 hours straight. But I passed. And then I got into a vice principal job by successfully interviewing with 30 people in a roundtable environment. It was quite an interview. Imagine walking into the room and you got 30 people and they're going to ready to ask you questions. So the first day on the job, an interesting person came into the office and I says, "Hi, my name is John. I'm your mentor." I'm like, okay, sure. I figured he's going to help me figure out how to handle administration life. I mean, I was a teacher. All of a sudden, go to administrator. The pay was pretty good, I can't deny that. But what a job it has been. Now, it so happened that at the end of the day, we were wrapping things up, and luck would have it, a car was stolen right in front of the high school. You should have seen his face. He was petrified. And he said, "Well, Dave, it was nice talking to you. I didn't realize this was the last time I'm seeing him." Because what happened was, he was really fearful. So it ended up, instead of having him come over and helping me deal with the massive challenges of becoming an administrator at one of the toughest high schools in the state of New Jersey, I had to call him for advice. And maybe come in once in a while for meetings. The worst part is I had to pay this guy $9,000. Because that's what was required by New Jersey for me to get certified. So it was an interesting experience, not to say the least. I decided to move on from high school and decided to administer the entire school district as becoming an IT director. Boy, that was an experience. And of course, nobody gave me a mentor at that too. They just say, "Here you go, good luck." So I realized that, first of all, being an administrator is probably not my thing. I do also realize that if I ever become a mentor, I will never do what that mentor did to me. When I became a teacher again, back to my roots, back to where I belong, it was awesome, except when the paycheck came along. But it was more than that. You see, many students came to me, and these were career changers. These people came to me with that sense of hope, saying, "You're going to help me get better in 12 months. You're going to help me get a better job. I'm going to be able to provide for my family." That's a lot of responsibility. I became a mentor to one person from Nigeria. He left his family. He sacrificed. He had a hard time with his language, but his spirit was strong. He struggled and within 12 months graduated and got an IT job. It was awesome. 6 months later, I met him at a graduation ceremony, and I saw the best thing in the world. And I really saw what a mentor is supposed to do. I saw his family. He brought them over. They were successful. They were happy. You can't see a frown on that student's face. As Toastmasters here, we got the awesome opportunity to be mentors. We get to learn the skills of being a mentor. And as my years of experience being a teacher and being a mentor to these people, I listen first, speak second. And that is what we need to be able to do. Listen first and speak second. With that ability, you can change the people you work with. You can provide them inspiration and motivation. Not only the people you work with, you can also inspire and motivate your loved ones. I will never forget how important it is to become a mentor. It changes not only the mentee, it changes me. It helps me appreciate how important it is to see someone start from nothing and rise up and see them into a successful person. It is the greatest feeling, and I urge every one of you to experience that. And to remember, to be a mentor, first you listen. Second you speak. Madam Toastmaster.